Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 333. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and today we're going to start blasting. Now hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What's going down?
Whole ton is going down. We're back for our 333rd episode. How the hell did that happen? We're going to talk about a new Warhammer commander that it turns out I own a copy of, which is very exciting. It's a really cool deck. You're going to like it a lot. We've got some people to thank, some stories to tell. But before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, their source for all your gaming needs.
Ooh, very much so. The source for all of your Devil's Number half needs. Yes.
If you want to do 666 of anything or 333 of anything, they are your people.
We've got you covered. CCO Spring promo code gets you 5% off discount on all of your stuff.
All the stuff. It could be Warhammer stuff. It could be Infinity stuff.
Yes.
It could be deck box stuff. I actually just made an order for some Infinity stuff. I got my Planet Lands for my Sliver deck.
Yep.
I figured at first I wasn't going to be able to find a Tyranid deck, which I actually ended up doing. But still, I wanted to do the we have Tyranids at home and turn my Sliver deck all space themed. I just thought that was funny. So I got those. Thank you very much, Business Daddy, for those.
Yep, very much, yeah.
You know what I did when I ordered them?
What'd you do?
I saved 5% off of that shit by using special promo code CCO Spring.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Already used CCO Perks promo code on a previous order to get the 10% kickback on my over $100 order.
Well, you covered all your bases.
I'm not just a pretty face. I'm not even that pretty of a face. Even though on YouTube I kind of look like one, and you should be watching to check it out because Joe looks really hard to make us look as good as we do.
Yeah, we did got some new subs. Big thanks to new subs. I wanted to do a couple shout-outs. YouTube's good for metrics as far as like where people watch and who's watching.
Ooh.
I know that we've got some new listeners, viewers that are like from the Philippines.
Oh, neat.
And from Germany, the UK. We've got listeners or viewers from Finland, Singapore. Yeah, I want to shout out all those people and everybody outside of like Canada and the United States because that's where the majority of our viewership comes from. But everybody else out there in the nation from a different nation, you know, like the brother from another mother, sister from another mister?
Yeah.
What's the nation from another nation?
No, there's only one nation, Ryan, and it's CCO Worldwide, baby.
CCO Worldwide, welcome.
We're like the NWO, except CCO. I still want to just...
Can we say CCO Worldwide? Can we say that?
We could.
Oh. You're saying it like it wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be.
CCO for life. People like that better.
There we go.
People like that better. I promise. I mean, we go around doing giraffe kisses with each other and shit.
I got some more though. Shout out to all the people from different nations.
Okay.
Within the nation. The one nation under Brash Taunter. But also with some of the added and different types of content we've been putting out on YouTube lately, shout out to people in the different age demographics too. 0.1% of our audience. 0.1% of our audience. In the 55 to 65 plus age category.
Hell yeah, dude.
Welcome to the show.
We're happy to have you.
Oh man, fantastic. And some of our new and different types of content. Big shout out to all the ladies in the nation.
Ooh.
Yeah. And big shout out to like the 55% of people who watch that aren't subscribed.
We see you.
It's that easy. There's a button. There's a button right here. I'm getting good at highlighting it right in the corner. Maybe Joe will put an arrow there or something and just say, click it.
Yeah.
Click the button.
Clicking buttons is fun. I push buttons for a living.
You do. There are lots of buttons in front of us.
And it is fun. Okay, and it's not like typing on a keyboard. Those are several buttons, and they're like not as much fun. But like when there's a button and you can push it, It's fun.
Real satisfying button, like that meme where it's like two bad things and Watsy wants to push both buttons at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine actually getting to push that button? Like if there's a giant, like really tall button that was so big you had to push it with your whole hand.
Yes, that was.
There's not a single person listening or watching right now that doesn't secretly want to push just a button. Even if it didn't do anything. It's a light switch. Everybody wants to push that button.
That was Staples, right? That was their entire ad campaign for like 2 years.
Oh yeah, they just had the button.
That was easy. That was easy.
It's like pushing a button.
Yeah, it's like subscribing to Commander Cookout.
Exactly.
It's freaking easy. You should just do it because you know what? It'll make you feel good as a person that you're helping the show for free, and it'll help the show grow, which will make me sleep at night.
Yeah.
If you want either of those things,
then I won't have to keep driving out to his house and cracking him with that cue ball in his sock.
Yeah.
That's why he wears the hat all the time.
Man, my head's very lumpy. Mm-hmm. Very lumpy. Speaking of lumpy, we've got some new patrons.
Neat.
Yeah, lumpy in all the right places. Take that to mean what you will.
I shall.
We've got a returner.
Okay.
Got a returner here. This is Alex Ortiz. I never made a tease joke. I think last time we made a David Ortiz and a Tito Ortiz comparison.
He's the illegitimate son of the melting wax candle that is Tito Ortiz.
Or perhaps David Ortiz's pseudo-celebrity brother, Big Pappy. Maybe we called him Little Pappy, but I want to call him like... We
called him Big Papsmear. That's probably what I was thinking.
I think we might have. I kind of want to tell him like Alex, just tease. Just tease me. Alex, tease me. That's what I want. Because I like a good tease. I want to call him Cam Girl Tease. Yes.
I like the Pap
I
smear reference.
just touched the microphone with my face.
Gross. Yeah. You ever had the herp derp?
Yeah, I do now.
You know what it's like now.
Yeah, I met Alex Ortiz in a back alley. Now I got the
herpa derp.
I got the derp.
Yeah.
Well, big thanks, big shout outs.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. And
F you for being here.
Very much so. We've got a new one.
Okay.
Now, sometimes they just write themselves.
Okay.
We've got Arson Knows.
Like Arson knows?
Arse.
As in
on
ass? Like
knows.
You put spaces in the name.
Arse on knows. This is somebody laying down on the ground and somebody taking all their clothes off and just sitting right down with their butt cheeks spreading right onto somebody's nose.
The old CCO stink face.
Oh, yeah, give them the seat. That is in category with dink slapping, lip stomp.
Lip slapping, dink stomping, stink facing.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, the CCO stink face.
The stink face does come at the end, though. You slap the lips off, then they're in the dirt. That usually sets them up for the dink stomp because their lips are in the dirt
and they're already
like
down
on the ground.
Yeah.
And then once now they're hurt, then you can give them the stink face.
Yeah.
We got to be like a
that's like a signature. That's like not a finishing move. It's like when an artist signs their work at the end.
It's like the taunt.
Oh, so you could put it at the start, maybe.
Well, yeah, but you got to set it up. Like you got to. Yeah. It's the fatality. Like they're already dead, but
yes,
you got to just leave the mark.
Yes, you give them the CCO stink face and their spine comes out.
Exactly. Like you got to finish the fight's done.
I'm gonna blast your spine through your asshole by sitting my asshole on your nose.
Yeah,
that is the CCO Mortal Kombat way.
Yeah, just letting her rip, man.
You did that. Okay, letting her rip. You did that on the most recent episode of CCO Sidewalk Slam.
I farted? I probably did.
No, Muxo Man let her rip.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, so
oh man.
So a couple things. We've had some feedback about that episode because it was an infinite combo finish.
Sort of.
Yeah, I don't want to give away the ending, but you could have went infinite and done winning in a couple different ways. We want people to watch and give us your opinion on things like when are takesies backsies okay? Like if you win the game or when it's non-consequential, like missing playing a land on turn 15, for example, right? So we just want to hear and that kind of stuff, that kind of feedback helps us kind of pick decks or know what kind of show that people want to see.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just dink stomping. Maybe
it is.
Maybe Brando just plays Muxus every time, and we try to give him the stink face.
And you can't
before we get stunk.
Because you guys sure tried.
Is it stinked face? Is it stink faced? Is it stunk face?
It's stink faced.
Stink faced.
Yeah.
Because the action is stink facing.
Correct.
So past tense is to be stink-faced.
That's right.
Yes.
Yep.
Stink-faced ED or apostrophe D? What is it?
Apostrophe D.
Stink-faced.
That's how we do it in the nation.
And if you wanted to abbreviate it, we could call it being stinked or being called, would it be called being faced?
Stinked.
Stinked.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
The stink is a funnier word to say.
Oh, yeah. Stink is a good word.
Yeah.
Speaking of stink, I'm segueing all over the place today.
Wow. Yeah,
Watch Sidewalk Slam and subscribe when you're watching it. That's what I wanted to say about that.
That's super good.
Speaking of stink, we had some stinky stuff happen to some people in the nation out on the East Coast and kind of the southern part of the United States. If you're caught in any weather phenomenon, just be safe. And you're better at saying this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we're a community here, right?
Yes.
And when people in the community are hurting, that is something that hurts everybody. And if you are in a area that is impacted by the recent storms, please take care of yourselves and each other.
Plural, right?
Yeah, there was 2 of them.
2?
Yeah, well, there was one that like ravaged the east coast of Canada and sort of like skimmed the U.S. And there was another one that came in and did a bunch of damage too, like Ian and I forget the other one's name. And then there was 2 more that were in between those 2 that didn't even hit us.
Oh, man.
Hurricanes are crazy. But the point is, if you were impacted by one of them, please stay safe. Please look out for one another. Yep. And it never hurts to reach out if you need help. And,
support, lift each other up instead of fighting. I know how easy it can be in times of hardship to fight and point blame and stuff, but you know what? Everybody pulling together in the same direction works better than people crisscrossing and scissor-sistering like the tornadoes did. Or the hurricanes, I mean.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of kumbaya playing an acoustic guitar, singing Wonderwall around the campfire kind of shit, but for real, things are better when you work together.
Yep.
And if we do, everybody's going to get through this okay and be safe.
Yep.
And we're going to get back to, as we talked about earlier, slapping links and stomping links and dips. Stomping dips and stinking faces before you know it.
Finking staces.
That's right.
Man.
See, we talk them the best English.
There
we
it
have
is.
the best words. We're good at this. The point is, look after each other. And
we've got some members of CCO Nation to look after contest winners.
Holy shit.
There we go. This, I looked to see if they were a channel because their name was drawn, but they don't got no videos. So if you are YouTube user, Phyrexian Archives, that's their name.
That sounds like a YouTube channel.
Sounds like a real name.
Yeah, maybe they're preparing for they're going to start delivering stuff at the beginning of the next set.
Yeah, well, they were okay with the Mechlands in MtG Bro from last week's pre-show question.
I'm happy to see how many people were happy about
those. You're the winner. You get at commandercookout@gmail.com. Let us know that it's you, honor system. You'll ruin it for everybody if you lie. If you want a CCO sticker pack, token pack, or booster pack, we'll send you one of those in the mail. And or if you're going to Magic 30 in Las Vegas and you want to receive it in person, we can do that too.
Yes.
Because we'll have stickers, token packs, booster packs, and some other little things for the CCO experience, which I'm getting more and more excited about every day.
Yeah, it's coming up real fast. Hey, it's like
my whole life goes
weeks
by fast. I'm like, wow, is it Friday again? Which seems like a good thing. It's always Friday in my mind, but no, because Monday through Thursday get blended together so fast, I feel like I don't have time to get anything done. So it is coming up fast. I'm having people staying in the house asking questions about like when everybody's getting in and what are we going to do. We got some stuff planned. And I want to do more trivia. I want to do more trivia with the house. Maybe like, the 1 a.m. open flippy game. Maybe that turns into a 1 a.m. trivia game as well. You think that'd be fun? Be pretty fun. There's some people in the Discord talking about cosplaying. I kind of want to cosplay as Mark Rosewater. Just wear those like white lawnmower cutting dad shoes and a plaid shirt and a belt and put a curly wig on and talk like this. Wouldn't that be so fun? Try my hand at winning like $1,000 just because I can talk like Mark Rosewater. Anyways. We've got a deck.
We have a deck.
We've got a deck, and I'm going to let you say the name of it.
Oh, great. It's Geyerson Starm Kellermorph.
That's how I would have said it.
Geyerson Starn Kellermorph.
Let us know in the comments how wrong we are.
I think, what is this? Geyerson Starn is his name, and he is a Kellermorph.
I think so. Geyerson Starn. That doesn't sound... It doesn't sound like English because it's fucking not.
Because it's space.
Guyerson.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
That's what I'm gonna Guy or Son. I don't care what his
Guyerson.
name is. Yeah.
Give him a read because this is good. This is a deck that we actually like.
Oh, he's a tier.
That sounds like some we don't. We do. We appreciate all decks that get sent in.
We don't talk about him if we hate him.
Tyranid
Human, 3/2 for red, blue, 1.
Yep.
Ward 2, so you got to pay extra to target him. He has 3 auto stubs. I assume that's his gun.
Auto stub?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Man, I wish I had 3 auto stubs. I had a dream one time I had 3 auto stubs. The smallest one was just for...
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Have I told you that story before? I think I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were driving to Winnipeg.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well, keep.
Whenever another source you control deals exactly 1 damage to a permanent or player, it will deal 2 damage to that permanent or player.
Whenever you hit him with the little stub, the bigger stubs come in and say, hey, son, let me show you how it's done.
Exactly. And it will do 100% more damage.
Well,
because there was 1, and then it does 1 plus 1. Technically, it's 200% more damage.
There you go. There you go.
That's additional damage, though, because Sun's coming in, showing them how it's done.
So if you do 1 damage, you actually get to, like, lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. So I've got a write-up. This is from Patreon supporter, longtime friend of the show, Gary Halfwit. He's coming to the CCO experience. He's going to stay in the house all the way from the United frickin' Kingdom.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's flying transatlantic.
Good Lord. He's going to be all jet-lagged and shit?
You know what? We got to be okay with this because it's Vegas. Everybody's going to be jet-lagged at some point.
Now, is he going back or forward in time?
I don't know.
I forget how that works. Like, you leave going one direction. If you know, let us know in the comments. Like, you leave London and you land in wherever, and you're like, you've been flying for 13 hours, but you get home like 2 hours, or you get there like 2 hours after you leave or something.
I have no idea.
I forget how that works, but
so
good on you, Halfwit.
Yeah, that's using half your whole brain.
Yeah.
So he sent us this big long write-up, and he's messaged me a whole ton about Warhammer. He seems to be a very avid Warhammer fan.
Did he include pictures of his army that he painted?
He did not, but look at the size of this write-up. This is one of 2 emails.
Jesus.
And he talks about the deck and making tweaks to it. He talks about like who the different like characters and stuff are and what they're about. And
that's fun.
I very much want to read it all, but I don't want to read all of it on the air because that doesn't really make for very good radio. But we recognize that a lot of people in CCO Nation and otherwise are very passionate about Warhammer, and I love that. It makes me want to play Warhammer, and we set up like a Warhammer discussion thread in the Discord to go along with like our D&D Dungeons and Dink Stomping thread in the Discord, which gives all those other games that people play in addition to Magic like kind of their own dedicated space within CCO Nation.
A few people have even reached out offering to show me how and then allow me to paint one of their little miniatures.
Oh yeah,
which is really cool and dangerous because people don't understand. My manual dexterity is very limited. I have several knuckles on each finger and they all bang together whenever I do anything.
Well, should we flip over to some cards, or you know what? A couple more things, real quick. We got 2 more things to touch on actually before we flip over to the cards.
Yeah.
The full text giveaway.
Text giveaway.
We've got our current, I guess this would be our October giveaway.
Yeah.
Hop onto social media. You find the tweets where we're saying that we're giving away the full text secret layer. It's in non-foil, but it's still pretty freaking good.
Still pretty neat.
And all you got to do is like the tweet, retweet it, share the show, become a new sub on YouTube. All of those types of things get entered. I think I said in one tweet that comments on Sidewalk Slam get entered in.
Yeah, they do.
So all of those commenters will be entered in. And you just have to watch Sidewalk Slam. Let us know your thoughts on the stuff we ask.
Yeah.
And we actually had a friend of the show.
Yeah, Jay from our local EDH&M group.
Yeah, give us some MTG proxies. There's a Brash Taunter done like a D&D rules book.
Yeah, so cool.
And on the back, they look like a Magic back, but they actually say proxy, which is important for people to know that this isn't a real Magic back. Yeah. But they are quite high quality. And I wanted to show off this one because this is the Teferi that everybody likes. Sorcery speed, motherfucker! Right? That's this one. And that's the print that we have hanging in CCO or Studio CCO.
Yep.
And quickly and non-inflammatorily, we want to touch on the $1,000 proxy
Oh my god.
thing.
Yes.
So in 30 seconds or less, give me your shtick.
I will not be buying them. I would advise most everybody else to not buy them. Not just because they're stand-in proxy cards, because these will maintain value if you are a collector and you are in a position to buy these things. They will probably accrue value.
They will be valuable. They say Black Lotus on them. They will have money attached to their price tag on the secondary market.
But at the end of the day, there's this. Maybe we can include a link to the pack opening simulator down in the thing, and you can see how absolutely fucking wrecked you can get.
Yeah.
Dropping 1,000 United States dollars. That's legitimately 1,400 Canadian with conversion.
Yep.
That's real shit. That's real amount of money. I would not gamble on that for cards you're not gonna play. So unless you're like that kind of collector, and those people exist, I would steer clear of this and let those people have their fun, and we can just enjoy playing the game.
I got one. I collect unopened booster packs. Got lots of them.
Okay.
If any collector wants to send me one for the price of on the house, I'll thank you on the show.
Because someday we'll go to Magic 32, and
Or 35
and we're gonna see these packs for hundreds and hundreds of dollars
each per pack.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, those already exist. Have you ever seen the price of a Legacy pack?
yeah.
Or a Saga pack?
Yeah.
Or have you seen like a Legends pack? Or like an Italian Renaissance pack where you can get black-bordered foreign language dual lands? Those cost hundreds of dollars.
Let me hit you. I just thought of this.
Hey.
So we're assuming that these will have value because the other gold bordered things are valuable. Like the Black Lotus with the gold border from the World Champs decks, it's like $3,000. That's pretty good.
No, I don't think there's a Black Lotus from a World Champ deck.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you'll have to show me a link.
I will. After
Gold border Gaia's Cradle. Good
Gold-
example. Right there. Couple $100.
Also a couple $100.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is those are valuable because they were printed at a time when whatever, we'll just print it.
Yeah.
But now that they're printing something to be a valuable collector's item, typically those do not accrue as much value because so many people...
You're talking about a collector's edition Black Lotus.
Yeah.
A collector's edition with the square corners.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And they're worth a bunch. And I think that these might fall into that because Hasbro's really bad for trying to create, like just artificially create scarcity. And because everybody knows that scarcity is built into the product, a lot of the times those items don't accrue the kind of value you think. It happened with Transformers. It could happen here. So if you're planning on investing a bunch of your money, I mean, just be aware and don't get caught thinking, well, I'm going to make a bunch of money on these.
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
You're gonna open a Rock Hydra and a Giant of Four Eyes and a what's another rare from Beta?
A dingus egg?
A dingus egg.
Yeah, there
and
you
then
go.
You'll be the dingus.
Exactly. So anyway, that's our thoughts on that. I
got one more thought, and I just got to shout myself out. I'm going to cover some of like the language, the reserved list language, and the legal in Commander language on Commander Ad Populum. It's a little bit more boring talk than we like to focus on Commander Cookout, and we like to provide upbeat, fun, entertaining stuff here. So I'm going to relegate some of that more boring stuff to Commander Ad Populum. So just search me up. Link is in the show notes to all the stuff. So you can find me there talking about the boring stuff.
They're proxies.
They're proxies. Not proxies.
The cards in this deck.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Yes. Where should we start, Ryber? We got lots of stuff to cover, and some of it's just hot, steaming shit, and I love it.
Okay, let's do ramp and card draw first, because those are just the added that go in many a deck.
Well, let's do the ramp because it's the shortest one.
Sure.
We got Sol Ring and Arcane Signet.
Sure.
Of course. We have a Cursed Mirror. I really like that one. It's a 3-drop mana rot. Makes red. Comes into play as a copy of any creature in play until end of turn.
Except it's got haste.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. And the other one, I'm not sure why this one is picked as the 3-mana rock of the deck. Honored Heirloom.
Oh. Adds one of any color and also exile target card from a graveyard. That seems a little bit meta, and maybe Gary likes to include X amount of pieces of graveyard hate per deck that he builds. So maybe this rounds out the graveyard category. I don't know.
Sure, maybe it's just like a utility thing.
I'm sure there's reasons that are just like his reasons that we don't get to know.
All right, and then let's talk some card draw. We're doing lots of that.
Just real quick, 4 ramp pieces, and people are going to turn off the show and think like Commander Cookout like features bad decks. Well, wait until you see the card draw and the creature sections and their average mana cost, and you'll know why there's only 4 pieces of ramp in the deck.
Yeah. Also, if you're somebody that gets mad because somebody doesn't play enough ramp, get bent.
Yeah.
First card draw spell is Windfall.
That's going to make everybody draw equal to the number of cards in people's hand.
After they discard their hands. Unexpected Windfall.
Oh. Draw 2 cards, create a treasure token. As an additional cost, you have to discard a card.
Costs 4, chuck a card. Draw 2 treasure, draw 2 cards.
Yeah, so like it costs 2, essentially.
Tormenting Voice.
Same thing. Discard a card, draw 2 cards.
Thrill of Possibility.
Discard a card, draw 2 cards.
Telling Time.
Telling Time. Look at the top 3 cards of your lib. This is an instant. Cool.
Yeah.
Put one of those cards into your hand and one on top of your library and one on the bottom of your library. This feels like I should run it in my Cascade deck, but I don't want to Cascade into it. That's the thing.
That's the cutoff in a Cascade deck. That's the chaos nature of Cascade, right?
Yeah.
Because you're always trying to maximize the value that you get out of it, but you can't really do that without running all that little piddly stuff that you really don't want to Cascade into, right?
I do like draw 1, the one that has Cascade, put one on top, the one that I want to Cascade into, and chuck one to the bottom that I don't give a crap about.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I like the art on that card, too.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
Strategic Planning.
Strategy P. Okay, look at the top 3 of your library, put one of them into your hand, and the rest into your G.
And then we're playing Opt, Ponder, Preordain.
And Brainstorm.
Those are all some version of draw a couple, put a couple back, draw a card. Like, we all know how those work.
Yep.
Expressive Iteration.
This is a good-ass card, too. Look at the top 3 of your library, put one of them into your hand, put one of them onto the bottom of your library, and exile one of them. You may play that card this turn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's like draw 2, kind of.
Yes, you bottom the one, you exile the land so that you can play it, and you put the other one in your hand so you can play it later.
Yes.
Desperate Ravings.
Draw 2, then discard a card at random, and also Flashy B. Flashback, that is.
Deliberate is another one that kind of goes into the Ponder Preordain
Scry
category.
2, then draw a card. That one's an instant. Just FYI. Also instant. Curate. Blue 1. I don't think we ever played this card before. Blue 1. I like that little robot on there. Instant.
Pretty cool.
Look at the top 2 of your library. Put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest back on top of your library in any order. Then draw a card. That's good for digging.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Behold the Multiverse.
Instant for 4. Scry 2, draw 2, and it got Foretell, which is essentially pay 2 now on layaway, kind of like Walmart before Christmas, and then you can pay 2 again when you're ready to cast it from exile.
You can... Nah, it doesn't matter. You can lay away at Walmart?
Yeah, that's their thing, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's their thing.
Okay, all right. I'm with it.
Yeah, that's their fortunes built on layaway. So, I made that up.
So we're drawing cards. We're sort of making some mana.
Yep.
We're going to play a dude that has 3 stub guns.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do some stuff. Now, maybe what we're going to do is we're going to take our gunslinging space sociopath and we're going to suit him up with some cool stuff.
Ooh, okay. So let's just remind people, it's been a hot minute since we've read them. Whenever another source you control deals exactly 1 damage to a permanent or player, Geyerson Starnes deals 2 damage to that permanent or player.
So it does the damage.
It
is the source of the damage.
Guy.
Correct.
Guy does damage after we do damage to that thing.
Yes, the source of the damage is not the source of the additional damage the commander is.
Okay, so let's just keep that in mind.
Shadow Spear.
Shadow Spear gives +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink.
The lifelink is important because
Geyerson does the damage.
So you will gain the 2 life.
Yes. Also, permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructibility until end of turn.
Shadow Spear is a good card.
Yes.
It's a good card. Loxodon Warhammer.
+3 trample, lifelink. Lifelink.
Is it
because lifelink?
Is there not a cheaper way to do lifelink?
I don't know.
I feel like there might.
I don't know. This one makes Geyerson hit for 6.
That's true.
It's pretty good.
Really, yeah.
Pretty good.
I feel like lots of people were waiting on Grafted Exoskeleton.
Yeah, because Geyerson does the damage. Yes. So if we got 5 guys that deal 1 damage each, then he does 2 damage 5 times.
And,
pew, 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 pew.
And you have been infected to death.
You die. So that's kind of a win con, right?
Yes.
That's a win condition.
It's absolutely a win condition.
Okay.
Curiosity.
Enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent. Draw that many cards.
Because he does the damage.
Or sorry, whenever he does damage, you draw a card.
Yes.
So again, that same 5-guy example, you'll draw 5 cards.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Cool, yeah, cool, right?
That's pretty good.
I like drawing 5 cards.
Me too. You know what else I like? Charisma.
Yes, we have high charisma scores at CCO, and
Yes,
we would
do.
encourage other people to build their charisma score.
Yes.
That's important.
Yes.
Okay, whenever enchanted creature deals combat damage to a creature deals damage to a creature. There you go. You control. What the fuck? What? Can you do this one?
Whenever enchanted creature deals damage to a creature, you control that creature for as long as charisma remains in place. You enchant your 3-slug, snub-nosed revolver guy.
Yep.
Then you hit said creature for 1. He will hit them for 2. If the creature survives, they are now your creature. As long as this enchantment's in play.
Neat.
Do you know what's cool about that? It's from Masks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
that's a rare for $6 for Masks. Foil, probably $400.
Yes. And the last suit up card, another one that I feel like lots of people were waiting on, Basilisk Call.
Oh yeah, suit him up. Pew pew. Basilisk Caller gives equipped creature Death Touch and Lifelink.
So you won the creature, then he 2s the creature, and no matter how big the creature is, it's dead now.
And we gain life.
Yes.
Little bit of a non-bow with charisma, but we'll take it.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what? If you have one, just don't play the other. Sandbag the other one until you can take advantage of it.
Windfall the other one away. So that's how we're going to suit up. We've got some added rage, some reinforcements, covering fire. These are all what I assume are Warhammer type languages.
Maybe?
Sure.
Who can say?
Where do you want to go?
Let's do added rage because I'm looking directly at one of the cards right now.
Let's do it.
Raid Bombardment.
Enchanting for 3, red 2. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, hey, there's something to watch out for. Raid Bombardment deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking.
So good. And then our boy will do 2 additional damage.
Oh! Yeah, okay, so we attack a player for 1 because that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
The cat's out of the bag. Raid Bombardment is going to deal another 1. And then Geyerson is going to deal 1 for the creature. 2 for the creature. And then 2 for Raid Bombardment.
Yes.
So we're going to do like lots of damage.
Yes. That turns 1 damage, like a 1 damage creature, turns it into 6 damage.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Impact Tremors.
Impact Tremors. Whenever a creature enters the B under your control, deal 1, which is actually 3.
Yes.
Cool.
Raid or Goblin Bombardment.
3 to everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, that's like a little Torbrand.
I guess so.
Thane of Redfell?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Good. Gobble Bombardment turns your Gut Punch by sack a dude into a Lightning Bolt by sacking a dude.
Yep.
Crashing Drawbridge.
Crashing Drawbridge. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn 0/4 with Defender.
It's fun.
That's a haste enabler. I added rage, you're giving your guys haste. Okay, I get it.
Cavalcade of Calamity.
The Sea of the Sea. Okay, whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking.
It's Raid Bombardment 2.
Yes.
And Anger.
Anger is a haste enabler for your guys. That's like Crashing Drawbridge 2. I like these because their budget haste includes, though Anger is about $5.
Here,
might be the most expensive card in the deck besides Geyerson.
Possible addition to the deck, Hellrider. Ooh. Whenever you attack with a creature, Hellrider deals 1. It's another Raid Bombardment, Cavalcade of Calamity kind of deal.
Yes, and you're dealing exactly 1.
Yeah.
That, like, for each creature, right?
Yeah. Hellrider's a good card, man.
Is it separate triggers, or does it trigger all at one time?
It has a bunch of triggers, 1 for each creature. Ooh. So there's Hellrider, there's Goblin Token 1 to Goblin Token 2.
They're all different triggers. Yep. So Geyerson would say, hey, there's a trigger for 1 damage, there's a trigger for 1, there's a trigger for 1.
3. The guy you're attacking could be dead before you even go to the block step. Right? That's the dream.
Okay.
Reinforcements. Speaking of 1/1s, where are we going to get them?
Yeah, let's do it.
How about we get one from Saheeli Sublime Artificer?
I love this card. I wish we played it more. I wish I had more decks that I could put this card in. This is Izzet Hybrid 1, Saheeli Planeswalker for 5 loyalty, sorry. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token.
It's a 1/1.
For just playing cards. Okay, non-creatures, but sure, we got lots of those. And also, -2, target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature you control until end of turn, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types.
So you could turn your servo into an additional Hell Rider to kill them even more.
Ooh, you'll see some of the alternate kind of pathways we can go down to when we get to the creature section.
Yeah.
So remember Saheeli making copies or like a second copy of something.
Here is a card that deserves a lot more credit than it gets, and it's Notorious Throng.
Notorious Thong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show your whole ass.
Sure.
Yes. Tribal, Sorcery, Rogue. It's got Prowl, 5, and blue. Okay, so it costs 4 or it costs 6 if you've dealt damage with a rogue this turn.
Combat damage to a player with a rogue.
I don't know if we're going to do that or not. I don't care. What the card does for blue and 3 regular casting cost is create X 1/1 Black Fairy Rogue creature tokens with flying, where X is the damage dealt to your opponents this turn. Damage dealt to your opponents this turn. Huh.
So you play a creature, impact tremor goes off, there's 3 opponents, you've done 9, you play Notorious Throng, you make 9 dudes, then you do 9 times 3 damage to the whole table again.
9 plus 27 plus whatever you attacked with. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but probably everybody's dead.
Yes. If you attacked with a rogue this turn, take an extra turn.
Yeah. Right, there you go.
We'll have to watch out for a rogue.
Make Mischief is the next card.
Makey Mischief. Okay, Make Mischief deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Put a 1/1 red devil creature token onto the battlefield. It has, when this creature dies, it deals 1, which would be 3.
Yes. Indulge.
Indulge and also Excess. This is a split aftermath card.
So it's Indulge in excess or Indulge to excess? I forget. Oh, it's Indulge to excess.
Yeah, these ones are 2.
Yes.
Whenever a creature you control attacks, this turn, create a 1/1 green and white, what is that, centaur?
It's a citizen.
Citizen creature token, tapped and attacking. Ooh, okay, sure. They're all 1/1s, and they're all going to deal damage.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope we can make them unblockable some way. Also, Aftermath, you can only cast the other side from your graveyard, and you create a treasure token?
For each creature that dealt damage this turn.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Combat damage this
That's
turn.
like a little ritual. We're going to have some unblockable guys, I would wager. Maybe some double strikers, I would wager. That's probably a good card to cast when we got those kinds of cards.
Correct. We have Dance with the Devils. It makes 2 devils.
Sure, when they die, they deal 1, which is 3.
And we have Burn Down the House. It's either a sweeper or you can make 3 devils for 5.
Which, when they die, they deal 3.
Also, I love that card is called Burn Down the House.
And I like the art.
You know what happens every time I play that card? Because I play that card. Every time gets a laugh.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
Burn down the house.
It's like, I'm going to burn down the house. Oh.
All the devils are just dancing and partying. And they're like, oh, fuck, we spilled too much tequila by the candle. Yeah.
Where should we go next?
Okay,
I like Covering Fire.
I like Covering Fire because we'll save the Creech until last because they are the sticky goo that holds everything together.
Yes.
Don't Google that.
Spiteful Prankster is the first one.
Spiteful Prankster, a 3/2 devil for 3. Man, almost like a little devil tribal sub-theme, hey?
Yeah, well, devils do 1.
Devils do 1, yeah.
Do.
As long as it's your turn, Spiteful Thingy has first strike, sure. Whenever it dies, it deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker.
Whenever another creature dies.
Oh, it gives everybody devil.
Yeah.
Everybody's a devil now.
That's right.
Okay.
Spark Mage's Gambit.
Deals 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures can't block this turn. There's our first instance of you can't block me.
Yep.
And we're dealing 3. So even if you survive, you can't block.
That's right.
Okay.
Smash to dust.
Oh, yeah. That is what I'm going to do to people's lips, dinks, noses, and
Feelings.
in Las Vegas.
That's right.
Yes. And to my own
Liver.
yes.
Yeah. We're not pretenders here at the Commander Cookout Podcast. We know exactly what this was, and we know exactly what's going to happen. Smash to Dust is a sorcery for red 1. Choose one. Destroy an artifact, destroy a creature with Defender, or Smash to Dust. Deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. That's probably the one you pick.
That's a sweeper with upside for 2 mana.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty freaking good. Yeah. And you know what? Really, that's a sweeper with upside for 5 mana, which I'm still willing to pay. Because you got to pay 3 for your commander and then 2 to Smash to Dust. Oh, man. I'll never forget that.
Lobber Crew.
This does 1 damage to each opponent.
Neat.
Which is 3, by the way. And whenever you cast a multicolored spell, you untap it. Now, we don't have very many multicolored spells, but you never know.
You play there's one of them so far.
Excessive Iteration, Saheeli, and Izzet Staticaster. That's and your commander.
Yeah.
And your commander, of course.
Your commander's probably out already if you're going to bother tapping the Lobber Crew, though.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so this costs blue, red, 1, 0, 3, flash, haste. Taps to deal 1 damage to target creature or player. Target creature, and each other creature with the same name. Oh.
So it'll blow out the saps, or the goblins, or the elf tokens.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Persistent Petitioners.
Yeah.
It'll get Aaron Carr's Shadowborn Apostle deck.
Oh, shit.
How many you got there? 5? Oh, you cast your 6th one? Okay, on the stack, I'll kill them all. Yeah. Cool.
How about Goblin Sharpshooter?
Oh, this deals 1 to target creature or player when you tap it, and when something dies, you untap it.
That card is so
This
damn
just
good.
mows down all the 1/1s, 2/2s, and 3/3s.
And you can stick a Basilisk Collar on him, too.
Mow down everything.
Works just as good.
Man, can you imagine that mallet gun that he has, but instead it looks like one of those big steamboat wheels with hammers on it?
Goblin Fire Slinger.
Taps to deal a damage to target player.
Boiling Earth.
Ooh. 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls, and you can awaken for red and 6. Awaken 4, so you make a land into a 4/4. We're
gonna want everything.
Yeah.
Blazing Volley.
1 damage to each creature your opponents control.
For how many mana?
1.
There we go. Barrage of Boulders. Now hold on just a second for Barrage of Boulders. If you're out there listening to the show, do you know what Barrage of Boulders does?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's totally a staple. It's totally a staple. I've cast Barrage of Boulders even in Limited like a whole bunch of times.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bet you did.
Yeah, you knew I was lying because I said I played Limited.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to be fucking limited. I limited it up all the time.
I guess we did used to go to play draft. That is a thing we did. Anyway,
Yeah.
what does Barrage of Boulder do?
1 damage to each creature your opponent controls, and it's got Ferocious. If you have a creature with power 4 or greater, creatures can't block this turn.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so what she does is Barrage of Boulders when like Geyerson's got a Shadow Spear or a Loxodon or a Grafted Exoskeleton on him.
Yep.
So then he's going to have 4 power, so nobody can block, and then you just stink nose somebody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now they're having a bad day, and you're having a good day.
Hey.
Shall we talk about some Creech, Ryan?
Creech me.
All right, we're going to start at the bottom, as we are wont to do, in reverse alphabetical order when we talk about Two-Headed Cerberus.
Oh, yeah. This is 1 power, double strike.
Lol.
So he deals 1, which is 3, then 1, which is 3. So he's like 6 power when he hits you.
It's pretty good.
That's good if we make him unblockable. Maybe we'll give him Infect.
Could
and
also
+2/+2.
I'm not sure.
That wouldn't work.
No, I think Warren Instigator would also go in here. I mean, you don't get the value with the Goblin thing, but it's a 1/1 double striker for 2.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad in the deck.
Yeah.
Twin Scroll Shaman.
Twin Scroll Shaman, 1/2 double strike.
Triton Shore Stalker.
1/1 for 1, can't be blocked.
Tin Street Dodger.
Haste, 1/1 for 1, pay red, can't be blocked except by creatures with Defender.
I love that. He's got his little funny hat on, and he's just stealing.
Yeah.
I love that card. And, of import, It comes into play. It's a rogue.
He's a goblin rogue.
Yeah.
So you could Warren instigate him in, or you could prowl him and get a second turn off of Notorious Thong.
Should be pointed out, Triton Shorestalker, also a rogue.
Oh, yes.
There's 2. Here's the third one. Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive. Looks just like Shinsuke Nakamura from wrestling.
So much. I think we said that back in the day.
And we're going to say that every time we talk about him.
Yeah. Okay. Creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked.
Boom.
Yeah.
Get 6'd or 3'd or however many we decide.
Or infected to death.
Yes. Here's another really good card in this deck and a really cool art. It has an elephant on it. Subira Tulzilda Caravaner.
Tulzidi.
Subira Godzilla Caravaner. There we go.
Okay. 2/2 this time. Okay. 2/3. 2/3 haste. 2/3 haste for 3. Pay 1. Another target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked. Oh, that's why we're playing it.
Yep.
Okay. Also, red 1 tap. Discard your hand. Ooh, I'm listening. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Ooh.
That's great with our double strikers. Because then
Yes.
we'll just draw a bunch of cards.
Man, you know what would be cool? Now, I guess I was going to say if we could make gun guys power 2, then we could draw a bunch of cards, but it has to be combat damage. It's so
Yeah.
lame.
Yeah.
They keep getting us. Pashalik Mons.
Pashy Mons. Whenever Pashlek Mons or another goblin you control dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So we've seen a bunch of goblins. Gives all goblins Mog Fanatic / Devil. And also, red 3 sack a goblin, create 2 1/1 goblins.
Sick. I still think that Pashlik Mons is a lady.
Sure.
Very feminine looking. Look at that leg. Look at the shape of that thing. Look at that.
Nice leg. Yeah, that's a good looking leg.
I want to respect it. That's what I want to do.
Oh.
Lizard Blades is the next card.
Double strike equipment. Equip creature has double strike, and it's a 1/1 with reconfigure instead of equip. So it is a 1/1, or it gives a creature double strike.
The Lizard's Blades itself is a 1/1, or you can put it on something else to give it Dubs Strikes.
Oh, and it has double strike itself when it's a creature.
That's right.
When itself is a lizard.
That's right.
It is 2 lizards.
That's right.
Okay.
Invisible Stalker.
1/1 can't be blocked, hex proof.
And
it's a dude.
it's a rogue.
Oh, it's a rogue, yeah.
Impulsive Pilferer.
Goblin Pirate 1/1 for 1 goblin, which we've seen is relevant as well. When it dies, you create a treasure, and it also has Encore, which is 4 mana. You cast it from your graveyard, and you get actually like 3 of them.
You get 1 for each opponent.
So when it dies, you get all your treasures back.
Yes, you 9 everybody, then get some treasures.
Yeah.
Dope as hell. Goblin Medics.
Look at this old one from Legacy, hey? Okay. 1/1 summon goblins for red 2. When it becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player.
Oh, yeah.
When it becomes tapped, not when you attack, not activated ability, just when you tap it for whatever you're tapping it for.
Then you tap it for a reason. There's what's that? Chiron Negotiations. Another Masks Sweet Gem. Enchantment red 2. Tap a creature, 1 target player.
Oh, so you tap that and you are actually 6ing target player.
Yes, so
Okay.
another good card that could go in here.
Cool.
Goblin Javelineer.
Javelineer. This is a 1/1 for 1 with haste. When it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to target creature blocking it.
That's great.
I like that.
I like that lots.
Yeah.
Glinthorn Buccaneer.
Glinthorn. I polished it up just for you, baby. He's a 2/2 haste for 3. 2/4 haste for 3. Whenever you discard a card, Glinthorn Bucky deals 1 damage to each opponent, and red 1, discard a card, draw a card, activate this ability only if it's attacking. So
it's fine.
That's fine because it deals 1 damage on discarding a card, but also we've got like Windfall, which isn't terrible, and Windfall adjacent type cards.
You know what would be real good? Also in this spot for the same amount of mana? Goblin Chain Whirler.
Yep.
One's everything that they have.
Yep.
So effing good. Ifrit Face Palmer.
Effing Face Palmer. There we go. Okay, this is a 1/4 Ifrit Shaman, red 3, double strike. There it is. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If it would be thing, exile instead.
Neat.
So we can just like, that's actually good because then we could just cast like Barrage of Boulders or Blazing Volley and just like kill all their team, kill all their team, kill all their team, kill all their team. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Cephalid Facebreaker.
Yeah.
I know it's Face Taker, but I said what I said.
Face Sitter.
And look at the face on that card.
I want to sit on it.
You seen Smile? Everyone's in about there seen Smile? It's just like that. That's the sound she's making.
1/4 can't be blocked for 3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have Face Sitter become a copy of target creature until end of turn, except it's a 1/4 and can't be blocked.
That's really good.
So
That's
we
really
just
good.
make it become a copy of Goblin Medics.
Or an Ulamog.
Also good.
Yes. It's pretty good. Blighted Agent.
Blighted Agent, our second last creature. Infect, unblockable, which is different than cannot be blocked.
Yes.
Okay. It's got Infect. So if we make that Cephalid Face Taker become this, and or we give other things Infect, or Geierson has Infect, it creates a pretty fast you die clock for somebody, like 1 or 2 turns.
If you wanted to, again, up the mana value of the deck, you could cut this for the Hell Riders, for the Inferno Titan would be another really good card in this deck.
Oh, yeah, because you just go 1/1/1.
Then it'll be 3/3/3, and every time it attacks, it does that. He'd be a very good card.
That's a good one, yeah.
You know who else is a very good card?
You want to talk about speeding up the clock.
In every deck where he could possibly be played? Could it be that we have found another deck with room for the most handsomest, the most powerfulest, the most versatilest creature in the history of Magic the Gathering, Brash Taunter?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Indestructible, 1/1. So if he attacks,
Yes.
he actually does 3. Could we do Brashy Beats and just ignore all his other text and just deal 1, which is 3 to kill somebody?
Of course.
Yes, okay.
Of course.
Indestructible 1/1. When Brash Taunter is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm rock hard right now.
Yes. Red 2, tap, Brash Taunter fights another target creature.
That's right. and you know what? He might even win the fight. He's always going to win the fight.
He's going to deal 1, and then he's going to deal 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's going to, if he fights a 1/1.
Then he's going to deal a fucking 100.
Oh, man, fantastic.
Because that's the... Man, I love Brash Taunter. You know what else I love? That they're playing a Shivan Gorge.
Yes.
We're playing a Shivan Gorge.
Shivan
Usually we
Gorge.
don't talk about the land, but let's talk about Shivan Gorge for 1 second.
Shivan Gorge, you might be wondering, Ryan and Brando, what is Shivan Gorge? Well, it's in the same cycle as Gaia's Cradle, Sarah's Sanctum, Tolarian Academy, and Phyrexian Tower. You would say, oh, that must be a powerful land. How come I don't know about this land, Ryan and Brando? Is this revolutionary? Is this like curated cards I've never heard about? Cookout Podcast?
CCINAHO. Yes.
CCO.
It is that, yes.
Shivan Gorge, legendary, must be powerful.
Very good.
Only one person can be at this land thematically at one time.
Okay.
Taps to add a colorless.
Oh, colorless, baby. Here we go.
Cast your Eldrazi.
Here we go.
Red 2.
Oh, yeah.
Tap.
Yep.
Shivan Gorge deals 1 damage to each opponent, which is actually 3. You got lightning bolt to everybody on a land.
What else does it do, though?
Both Forge and Pyre is the flavor text. Pretty prolific.
Wow.
Full 35 cents.
Wow.
Foils, 26 cents.
10 out of 10. So that's the whole deck. We've done it. We've talked about the deck. We've done a deck. We've even gotten some decent suggestions in here.
Yeah.
I assume that they're not in here because if you look at we're going to talk about this like in just a second, but I feel like he tried to keep everything 3 or under on virtually every card in the deck. There's a few 4s, but except for Brash Taunter, I think that they're trying to keep things.
Yes, very
on the low
much
end.
so. So when earlier in the episode when we said only 4 mana rocks, we're okay with that because our 35 land in a linear fashion will do just fine, especially because we have 15 card draw spells. It's not like we're going to just, again, linearly throughout the game run out of cards because we'll be able to replace cards. We will have generally the least number of cards in our hand at any one point, but that's what Windfall's for. Or cards like Windfall, which I would probably tick up if I was going to build this deck. I would include more Windfall adjacent cards.
Like would a Winds of Change be good?
Yeah, and there's some red ones that do kind of the same thing, right?
That's Winds of Change is red, is it not?
I don't know.
I think Winds of Change does kind of the same thing. And I don't know, whatever, it's good.
Yeah, sure. Strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, I'm going to start with the weaknesses today.
Okay.
And these are the questions. These are worked into the questions in the show notes that I was going to ask you, but I haven't yet.
Aw, shit.
Does it go long enough? Can we do the long game thing if we don't see any of our infect cards?
No.
You don't think?
No.
You don't think like dealing 6 with a 1/1 isn't going to get us there? Because the 1/1 didn't cost very much. Maybe we don't need to go to the long game.
I think that there's a critical mass at point, and I've seen this lots when you play goblins, where let's say you've played conservatively while still being able to have a very high damage output, and you're saving your resources so you can rebuild.
Yes, which this deck can do if it's got cards in hand, because everything costs 1 or 2.
That's a strength.
That's a strength.
Gets wrathed.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, so now you're actually doing the rebuild. The second or third rebuild, which is what you're going to be on in a long game type situation, very difficult to do in a deck like this. When your rebuild is, I'm going to play 2 1/1s that can't be blocked, and my commander that costs 9 now, and then everybody else who goes after you because your guys don't have haste, because you don't have your anger anymore, because your graveyard got removed, because we're in the long game now, is playing Avenger of Zendikar into whatever, right?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Your rebuilds will be less impressive each time, and the product of those rebuilds will have less value the later you are in the game, based on board states, of course, but I think in general, you're probably going to get diminishing returns each time you pull yourself out of the hole.
Solution. Because we're solution providers on Commander Cookout.
We sure are.
Go faster, hit harder,
yeah, exactly.
Be more aggro.
Exactly. No fucking mercy.
No mercy. Okay. Next weakness maybe goes along with the first one and see your explanation from 10 seconds ago. No real way to do mega damage. Yeah. 6 off a 1/1 is good.
It's amazing.
That's like Sarah Ascendant type thing, a card that you really hate.
Yeah.
This is a 6/6 or whatever for 1.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing in this deck.
Yep.
With a double striker, right? But no ways to do like 25 damage at once. It's like I'm not casting Mana Geyser into X spell.
Into Comet Storm.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't think of it. And we're not doing that in this deck, which I think is fine. We don't need to do that because I like the aggro kind of aspect of this deck, attacking with little 1/1s that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
Feels higher risk.
Yes. But the attacking in for 6 with 1 creature also could turn into attacking in for 5 with 1 creature because they block your 1/1 and kill it. Right? That's you've still done 5, but now your creature's dead.
Yeah. Or if you don't have trample and double strike, you actually do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Like your double strike damage might get the blocker, but you don't actually do anything.
Unless you have a raid bombardment or a whatever.
Yeah. So, okay. These next 2 are a little bit lesser. Okay, we need a way to win. Is Grafted Exoskeleton the way that's going to be most fun for our opponents? And remember earlier we were talking so much about lifelink. We've got a lot of 1 and 2 drops and cantrips. What if we included something instead like Aetherflux Reservoir, gets people with life gain? Both of those cards aren't necessarily cards that people, air quotes, like to lose to. Like a 1/1 that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Is a way that people find amusing, entertaining to lose to.
I think that the Aetherflux might not quite fit in with the spirit of the deck.
Yeah.
But I do think that the Infect is fine because it's like this deck, as we've already talked about, has some staying power issues.
Yep.
And you get ramped right back up.
And we said
the Grafted Exoskeleton.
In the first place, if you go faster and harder and get the deck that you know packs a bunch of Wrath of Gods, kill them first with the Grafted Exoskeleton, get Wrath, and then play your game as normal against 2 players instead of 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of racing to do 120 damage with a bunch of 1/1s, you're racing to do 30, which is much, much, much easier.
Yes. Okay, last one that leads actually into the strengths is this deck has at least 1 in the commander cards from Warhammer 40k, which do have a little bit of a price tag if you're going to buy the whole deck to get one card.
Yes.
Or they are a little bit hard to find because not all retailers or local game stores are going to sell singles from Warhammer 40K. A minor gripe, because I think these cards will become attainable over time. I think that the Warhammer product will be available at places like Walmart and Target and stuff.
Yep.
Always for a little bit of an elevated price point,
of course.
But you will be able to get these cards. But I want to mention it because some people are not very high on the product because of the price point.
Yeah.
But we'll flip this over to a positive and say the budget of this deck, as is right now, $153.
That's because this deck is going to be fun to play.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot of fun out of it, and I think you're going to, like, for you as the player of the deck, this looks like a deck that would be a lot of fun to pilot.
Yeah.
I would like to play this deck. And just, even if it is a linear game plan, it doesn't have like a different game every time, but I still think it would be fun every time.
Yes, very much so. Let's flip over to the positives. The budget is one. The aggro strategy is a different take than traditional Izzet Spellslinger.
You're finally not doing Spellslinger. Thank Jesus.
You're not doing Niv Mizzet, deal a damage, draw a card when I cast a Brainstorm. Now, those cards are in this deck, but we're helming it and running it in a different way.
We didn't say cast a spell, do a damage, copy the spell, do another damage, draw a card. We haven't said that one time.
We did the Goblin and Rogue thing in Izzet.
Yeah.
We did the burn thing in Izzet. I think that's cool. We're doing burn. We're doing aggro in Commander. Always interesting. Always fun. It does have a lot of potential to go wide.
Yeah.
Right? If I've got 5 or 6 1/1s because they only cost 1, it's not unreasonable for me to have that be a fairly normal board state. Yeah. And I think that's awesome because all you got to do is drop your Commander and you go, take 30. And that's fun.
That leads into one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite all-time Magic the Gathering situations. I'm happy to say that it happens more often than not. This is one of those decks where like somebody's open, it's later on in the game, you're swinging in with like 4 dudes or whatever. Mm-hmm. You've got a decently set up board state, and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, how much is it?" 50. Because that could certainly happen with a deck like this. They go, what? Ha! And then you explain to them how it works, and they're just,
wow, shit.
Guess I'll die. And it's just, it's amazing. And I love it when stuff like that happens.
50 damage, 60 damage, I don't think out of the question.
And then you get that big, like, a whole table laugh because nobody saw it coming.
Yeah.
Or even better, you didn't get it either. You're like, yeah, I'll swing in, I'll do like 9 to him. Hang on a second.
Wait a second.
Oh yeah, I have that raid bombardment.
Carry the 2.
Exactly. You got to do long division to figure out how much damage you do. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, lots of good cards in this deck. Like when you go to EDH, lots of cards that would be excellent in the deck. I saw Inferno Titan, Kyrene Negotiations is in there.
There we go.
I saw Hell Rider.
Hell Rider, yep.
Yeah. Now, if you want to keep it budget. Play the cheapies that are in this deck and make it.
Not that any of those 3 cards are going to break your budget.
No. But I saw lots of cards that most certainly would.
Yes.
That do very much 1 damage over and over and over again very easily. Yeah. So anyways, $153. We'll move to the spice calculator because this is a good one. 237 Geyerson, what's his name, on EDHREC.com puts him 41st among Izzet commanders.
That's right below Lozan Dragon's Legacy. 2 points if you have any idea what that guy does.
Nope.
And here's a point for Geyerson. He's above a card that says Urza on it in Tanos, Urza's Apprentice.
Which was touted as a pretty big combo card for a while, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay,
Look at him now.
42nd among Izzet commanders. Below Geyerson, Starn, Kellermorph.
Barely beaten Tibor and Lumina.
Ooh. Okay, average mana value of the deck, 2.43.
We talked about that earlier, very low.
Yep, very cool.
That's some CDH shit.
Yeah, tutors in the deck, none.
Ooh.
Though you could put the Imperial Recruiter in and find any creature in the deck.
Or you could put the Gamble in to find your anger.
Yeah, also good. Yeah.
Ooh,
okay.
Real quick, EDH&M.
Yeah.
This week, Buddy's playing Kaikar deck.
Well.
Gambles on 2 separate occasions across all the games we played. Both times the card he searched for in his hand of like 9 cards right into the bin.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, it was so satisfying.
Yep, that is.
Whew.
That's satisfying. Number of dedicated win cons. I put 2.
There are two.
One for attacking and beating your opponent into the pulp.
Yep.
The other for infecting them down into a withered old prune.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're in agreement.
We are in 100% agreement.
3, maybe, if you count Shiv and Gorge.
You know what? Yes.
I'm going to count 2. I'm going to count 2.
Yeah.
39 cards different than the stock page on EDH.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, that is 39 cards in our deck that don't show up on the page for Geierson Starn at EDHREC.com.
So we are doing something a little bit spicy here.
That does not include lands.
Yes.
Just cards.
Yes.
You punch it all into the spice calculator, 66.7.
Now we're talking.
That is a spicy
Meatball.
nugget.
Yeah.
Nugget or meatball?
Let's go meatball.
Let's go meat nugget.
Yeah.
Okay, meat nugget. I guess meatballs are meat nuggets. So are chicken nuggets.
Now we're into the thing. I think that nuggets have to be breaded.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's a nugget unless it's breaded.
Oh.
That's my opinion. Hit us up in the comments. Is a thing a nugget if it's not breaded?
Oh, I never thought of that.
And if we're real,
Does it have to be ground? Or if it's not ground, like ground meat, I mean,
right?
is it a finger? Like a chicken finger is not necessarily ground, but a chicken finger can be ground meat.
Yep.
Damn it.
So is a chicken finger just a big chicken nugget?
What is a strip? Is a strip ground?
Holy shit.
Because you can have chicken strips, and those are strips of chicken breast. What is a stick? Because that doesn't even have to be meat. You can have lots of sticks.
Yeah, that's right. You can have just a stick.
Man, what is real life?
Life is, I don't know.
Sticks and chips and
Nugs
fillets
and balls and
nugs and
holy
lips.
shit. Dinks and butts. Oh.
Deep fried lips. Man.
Well, man, if you're eating chicken nuggets, you know you're eating lips.
and buttholes.
And buttholes, lips and buttholes in ground up white meat form, baby.
Speaking of buttholes, big thank you to
There it is.
Gary Halfwit for sending the deck in. Big thanks to all of our Patreon supporters who send decks in on the Discord, all the supporters that send in via email, all the new subs. We know when you don't sub, YouTube tells me.
Yeah.
And big thanks to all the business daddies for selling things like Geierson Starn Kellermorph in the Warhammer 40k decks that you can pick up.
And inevitably, you will be able to pick up the singles as well. Because I don't know if anybody's really mentioned this. Well, I'm sure people have, but I think that not the premium ones, but just the regular ass old decks, I think they're going to print them into the floor because Warhammer wants as much money as they can get out of it.
I hope so.
So Games Workshop and Wizards will probably be printing these things ad infinitum forever until people stop buying them. So the odds are you're going to be able to find these cards, which I think is excellent for something like this.
Yes, and when they're available at the business daddies, you use CCO Spring promo code to get a discount
on shit you were going to buy fucking anyway.
Yeah.
Just buy it. I think that's a good place to, you know what?
Yeah.
Like we said before, if you're in a place that's wet, please take care of yourself. We hope that you're safe, and we hope that you stay that way. If you're not, the same applies to you, because the world's a dangerous place to be these days.
Can I just comment on if you're in a place that's wet?
Take care of yourself, yeah.
And say don't Google that?
I meant exactly what I said.
Okay.
I meant everything that I just said. I wish you all the best.
If you're in a place that's wet, use protection.
Man, that is also applicable.
Take whatever meaning you will.
Man, we are the masters of the double entendre, and we're going to be back to prove that on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!